How you doing, everyone? Getting a bit cold here now. An eventful all last year and this year. It's unbelievable what I've had to put up with. But her mum's died. Her mum died on the 23rd of November, and obviously her mum left her with everything to sort out. Basically, didn't give a shit. But cutting all that short, she's had all the problems of sorting everything out. Gas, electricity, everything's got to be put in her name, even though the house is in her name. And you'll have to excuse me, I've got that cough back, you know. What I did, I got like a bit of a cold. But I got like a runny nose, which is not it's not what I normally get. I normally get like sore throats and things and a bit of a bad chest. But I've had I had a really bad runny nose, and I was sneezing really bad about a month ago. And now what it's doing now, I've gone back to having this stupid cough come back again, tickling on back of my throat. So I'm trying to take all sorts for that. Anyway, going back onto the subject. It's caused mayhem anyway. It's caused mayhem. And basically what's happened is, we don't really mix with cousins in England and things like that. It's a bit different in abroad and things like that. Some of them treat some cousins like siblings and things like that. But she's got one cousin. One of them is all right, but we don't mix with none of them. She's got another cousin. He's a complete and utter fucking arsehole. He's a lorry driver. He's a shit ass. Basically thinks he's a gypsy. Now, this is no disrespect to gypsies, by the way, because the ones in England are completely different kettle of fish. They're normal. They're completely normal to these out here. And I've got a lot of respect for them. But shit asses out here, right? The ones who go running to the police like they do here, like they all do when they cause a problem with me. They don't want to fight me. I've already had it with her ex's brother. When I told you I punched his window through, it's not his quarter, I punched his back window through on his vehicle a few years ago. And I got like a 200,000 fine, about 600 quid at the time. For the money exchange, everything's changed a lot. But I deliberately did pay him the money. I only paid him like £15 a month, deliberately. And what's been happening, obviously her mum died. We fell out with him about, I'm going back now to 2016, fell out with him because his girlfriend come round the house and I was in the house on my own. Obviously her mum was at hospital. She was at work, she was working then. Obviously she packed up work because she was looking after her mum. And we actually did come to England, and then that went tits up anyway, but I won't go into that. There was other problems with that. Anyway, so she's been looking after her mum. But what happened was, this certain day I was in the kitchen on my own. My mum at the time was at the house. She'd come for a holiday. And here's me, we didn't have all that gate up, that fencing, that grey fencing, all that secure gate and everything. And as I'm in the kitchen making a drink, somebody comes right behind me in the kitchen and says, "Oh, I'll have a coffee." And I'm thinking, who the fuck's that? And it was his girlfriend. A lot of them don't get married out here, you know, a lot of them. They're there because they do what they want. This is how they are out here. They don't live like us in England. A lot of them get married, but a lot of them don't. Right? I basically think it's so they think it's whether it's money situations or they just do it deliberately. They don't want the other half to have any money. Right, load of shower shit. I'll tell you that right now. Go home to England. England, the best country in the world, right? The best country. When you get born in England, right? England, when you get born there, Great Britain, England, and this is to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and all of you, right? We got born with the golden nugget, being born in England, right? I've realised now, and it's took me a long time to realise. It took me till I came here to live. What an idiot I was after my dad died in 2000 for me to want to come and live in and so obsessed with the country just because I come on holiday. But I had loads of problems when I come on holiday and I was obsessed with the place. I regret so much, and I told you in another video, I apologise to everybody. It's a shithole. It's a shithole. I'm telling you now, right now. Forget about all the shit here about Hungary's the upcoming country and Hungary's this and that and Poland's doing it and we don't have an immigration and all this. No, believe me, they've got their own problems. You only have to work that out. But this shit ass, her cousin, right? Because he went and killed somebody years ago. He wrapped a woman round a lamppost because of his drugs and whatever else he was taking for his head, because he's schizo. Obviously, what he did, because it was a gypsy, he obviously had to do some real serious arse licking because everybody wanted to kill him. Right, now bear in mind, I'm on my own out here, right? I don't really care, right? But the problem is with me, I don't care. A bit of a fist fight, I've got no problem with. Right, and I ain't got time for people fighting with tools, fighting with hammers, fighting with knives. I've got none of that shit. I can't be dealing with it. And I can't be dealing with having a fight with 20 people, 30 people, and having my car wrecked and everything like that. Hey, I don't give a fucking shit, right? This is me. I don't care. I was brought up around fighting and scrapping. I was brought up with a very, very aggressive dad, right? I've been brought up around that type of shit all my life, right? So no, I'm not particularly bothered. But what I have got a problem with is people who are affronting me or confronting me with attitudes when I've done nothing to them, and speaking to me like a piece of shit and shouting at me, and I have to put up with it. So let me just rewind it a little bit to say exactly. He's been round the house 6 times, her cousin, since her mum died. Abusive. She told me to go out to the veranda, tell him that she's out. Bear in mind, I stayed at home while she went to the hospital, because my mum's at the house, by the way, just that's another story. While she went to the hospital with one of her sons, she was gone from, this is because of the bus coming out, isn't it, an hour and a half. She went at, I think, 1 o'clock in the, about 12, 1, no, it wasn't, it was about 11 o'clock she left, and she didn't come back till 9 o'clock at night. I had that arsehole turn up, abusing, saying, where is she? I said, she's at hospital. And he's going to me, when's she back? I said, how do I know? I said, in Hungarian, the best way I can say it about regards to saying, well, how long's a piece of string? In Hungarian. And he said, so what's the phone number? I said, I don't know a phone number. He went, what, you with something you don't know a phone number? I said, actually, I don't. And I said, you know what, I won't fucking give it you anyway. Right, because she finished with all of them because of his girlfriend coming around the house. Because what happened was she had contacted my girlfriend. I'm going back again a few years. Contacted my girlfriend at the time regarding where is she? And she says I'm at the shop. I'll not be back till later. I've just finished work, so I'm going to go to the shops. She says, all right then. So she says to her, come to the house later on when I'll be home. She just turned up at the house. Sunsif obviously flipped at it because obviously it's not right, is it? She's half gypsy, by the way. And she come to the house and obviously Sunsif weren't happy. And obviously when she was talking to me, when my mum come downstairs, she was taken back when I was in the kitchen. So that put a spoiler on things for her because obviously she wanted to have me for herself. I don't know what I'm going for her head, to be honest with you. The point being, it caused massive stir. So she ended up falling out with the cousin. And what he's done over the years, this is like 2016, over the years, what he's trying to do, the reason why I'm speaking fast, because I'm trying to get it all out quick, is he popped his head over the wall at the back a couple of years later, tried to be all right. He didn't say, I was pissed off of him. He's winding the dogs up. And then he turned up 2 years ago with his son at the front gate, and I just looked at him. And he says, oh, everything like as if he wanted to come in the house. And she ignored him and he cleared off. And then obviously her mum's gone and died now. And it's causing nothing but shit. But he left that day with a smirk on his face and left. And I got abrupt with him. And then he's been back. He came back 3 more times. Bibbing his own outside. Then just parking his car, ignored him because he didn't really start bawling and shouting. Then when one of her other cousins come round, she's already told her that she don't want to see any of them. We don't have mixed with none of them. Then a cousin come round, another cousin. Then his parents come round, and they're fucking arseholes. You should bear in mind, in 2016, we cut 2 trees down, which I regret cutting down. 2 big, massive, not conifers, but them cypress trees, nice ones, but they were very dried out. And him and his dad had the wood. This is before I did all the garden. And I tried to be all right with him. Short, he didn't want to speak to me. Completely does not like me. Probably anti-British, like a lot of them are. Completely. Listen, any you people who want to come out and live out these countries, you must be off your fucking rocker. You better take it from me. Take it from me and be really, really serious. Don't come out here and don't fuck that life up in England, right? When you've got good jobs. Listen, if none of you are working or whatever, get a fucking job in England. There's loads. Sorry for swearing, but I'm really pissed right off. I've never been so down. Now that I've got it out of my system, I would live happily ever after in England. I have been going on about Hungary since 2000 after my dad died. I had tattoos. All I want to do now is get all these tattoos lasered off me. It's just like a bad memory. I feel sorry for her because obviously she loves me. But I look like shit. You might think I look like fucking shit. I'm a happy-go-lucky. Forget about I've got a temper. I'm an happy-go-lucky person who doesn't want problems. Anybody who knows me from the past know that I'm funny. I like to have a bit of a joke. I know when to be serious and when not to be serious. If you obviously work and whatever else. I'm not saying being a complete knobhead and just acting stupid. I'm not on about that. I'm on about just being a normal, happy, normal person, joking about just being IR with your mates and your wife, your girlfriends or whatever. Everybody knows me for that. And even when I was at work, I wasn't a nasty person. Yeah, of course I've lost it with certain individuals, you know, and I have in the past. Of course I have, but most people's got a temper. You know, I know mine gets really, really bad, but mine is really off the scale at the minute because of all the stress out here. I mean, you put away the hot weather, right? Put away the hot weather here, the long dry summers. Absolutely shit, right? I just can't. I don't care what's happening in England with all the problems in England. I really don't care. I can put up with that. I can put up with that than what's happening here. I watch all the YouTube. I watch everything what's going on around the world. I don't watch normal mainstream media. I know exactly what's going on. I've had all my problems have been with Hungarians, to believe it or not. He's Hungarian. They've all been with Hungarians. But all I'm just trying to say to you is, there is shit in everybody. There's shit in all cultures. Don't matter what, whether it's Indian, British, Jamaican. There's shit in every culture. There's shit, right? It just is. There's one bad egg, and then there's a nice egg, a good egg, and that's the way the life is. And people need to accept that. I don't segregate nobody. And obviously now with the government, what's happening in England, there don't seem to be much protection for nobody, does it? I have no idea. But what happened was with this guy, it's done all that over the years, so we finished with him, and obviously her mum's died and he's causing shit. But just to top it up, he's come round 6 times, and he come round on Sunday. So, you know, today is Tuesday. So he come round on Sunday, or was it Saturday? Saturday he came round. Really big. He's got an old S-Class Mercedes, right? Old S-Class Mercedes. And since he's had that, he's never ever done what he's done until he had this car. So I've got he thinks he's a gangster. Thinks he's some kind of mafia. It's hilarious. He's got this old S-Class Mercedes in white. Yeah, it looks alright. He's got kept his AMG badges on. Like, as soon as I got this car, I took the AMG badges off. I didn't want them on the car. But he pulled up out there, and he keeps going up and down with his car, and he pulled up and he really bibbed his horn, jumped out his car. His car was full of blokes, right? Full. He had his son in the passenger. He's between 18 and 20. I can't really tell you proper how old he is because we don't mix with him. And he's a little shit as well, right? Because when he used to see her kids, he used to beat her kids up because they were young. They're younger than him. Her kids are only 17 now. They were 17 in September, and he come round, jumped out of the car, and he went I'm not going to speak. I don't want to speak Hungarian. I'm going to deliberately not speak Hungarian. But basically, he says, instead of saying his son's there being all right, fucking shouted, "Get her outside now." That's how he spoke to me, right? So I says, "Shut your mouth," right? I said, "Everybody come out the arses, by the way. Shut your mouth." And my temper's keeping calm at the minute. And he says, "Get her out the arse now." I says, "Shut your mouth." And I says to him, "Don't start your shit with me." I said, "Do not go down that road with me in an Hungarian talk. Don't go down that road with me." And then he stopped and put his fingers in the air like he's fucking to Allah. And then he went, there's going to be some big problems with you. There's going to be some massive problems. You just wait. And I went, and what problems is that then? I said, let's sort it now then, in Hungarian. Goes straight off the subject and then starts shouting out, you've been here 8 years and you still can't speak proper Hungarian, right? It makes you piss, because everybody who speaks, I'd speak loads of Hungarian. It might be my accent because I'm from Nottingham, aren't I? For me, it's the best city in the world. Right, but the point is I'm from Nottingham, right? I've got a real slang attitude, typical Nottingham I am, right? And everybody said that when I used to be on Facebook. They say it's dead funny when you must be speaking with your accent, speaking Hungarian, right? I'm not going to put on some stupid East European accent. I'm just going to speak Hungarian as it comes out my mouth, and that's me, right? I weren't born here, right? Hungarian is it is. You can look it up yourself. Hardest language in the world. One of the hardest languages. Only two. No, Chinese or Mandarin. I don't know which one it is. But Hungarian is one of the most hardest languages in the world. So I've got to have full respect for me speaking Hungarian, because I've not been taught by anybody. I've learnt it all off my own back. And everywhere I go, people turn around and say, you speak really good Hungarian, nice Hungarian. And obviously I thank them for that. The normal ones. There is normal ones out here, by the way. There's normal people. But there's too many arseholes. And in these like little towns and villages, which you don't want to go anywhere near, you need to keep away from them places. It's like a sect. So when you don't mix with people, or you don't go with their little flow, you then get segregated, and everybody like gangs up on you, or tries to, but they can't do it with me, you see, because I've had it all before, haven't I? They've all tried it with me. I won't let it happen. I ain't been bullied by nobody. I don't care. I'd rather be killed than anybody bullying me, stamp on me. Nobody's doing it with me. They're not putting their stamp on me. No way. It's not going to happen. I don't care how old I am. Anyway, he started shouting at me, told me all this shit, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, and everything like that. And then what happened then? Oh, then he says, oh, you've been here 8 years, can't speak Hungarian. I said, well, I'm speaking to you in Hungarian now. Shut his mouth. Then he turns around and says, in Hungarian, well, he's speaking to me all in Hungarian, says that I'm ill. Fucking hell, if I'm ill, right, then what the hell is he? Right, who's schizo, used to be on his meds, he's probably not right now, who wraps a woman around a lamppost and he gets 2.25 years in prison. Come on, give me a break. Her whole family, I'll tell you now, her whole family, I've said it to her, they've all had, one of his other brother, years ago, hung himself. This is, I know it's not committed suicide. It's not a nice thing. I've had all them dark thoughts in the past. Right, and I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna stop bringing up this stuff about my life and whatever. I don't want to do it in this video, but we've all had shit in our lives. Everybody has shit. So some people have had worse shit, and some people have had loads of problems and had different mums and dads and parents. And then I think she said there was problems with her dad as well. But then there's always some other little things she's told me about her family, and I think there's something, whether it's in the blood, there's something not right. And for him to turn around to me and say, I'm ill, he wants to go look at himself in the mirror. So obviously I told him where he can go. We started shouting. Obviously then I'm sort of saying to him, well, let's sort it out then. Even though he's got his car full, because he's got his window down, he's got his car full. So whoever's hiding in the back, I have no idea. I couldn't see the people I could see the people in the back, but couldn't see them proper. Obviously because the windows are tinted, but I did see somebody when the window were down. And then she eventually come out, because she was with my mum. And she was also on the phone to the cemetery people who's just burnt her mum, cremated her mum. And all she can hear is shouting outside. Everybody's outside their houses. And I'm telling him to leave and everything like that. Keeping it cool, not going on the street. Nobody else is saying anything to me at the car. And then she goes out, loses it with him. And he does a couple of shouting at her really loud. And then she tells him, proper in Hungarian. And he sort of leaves to get in his car and go. And before he gets in his car, he turns around and says, he just says, don't go on the street. Don't go on the street. Because you're going to get killed. That's exactly what he says. Don't go on the street because you're going to get killed. And obviously, I don't think it's her. I think he's aiming it at me. So I turn round and says, Me and you now are outside now. Outside is my famous words, what my mate at work used to say to me, old Roy used to say to me, outside now. And he says, and I says to him, I mean you on the street now, because I was so pissed off and angry. I heard what he says, I understood what he says. And I says, me and you now, I'm one-on-one. So he got his window down, passenger window down even more. And everybody's looking at me, I don't know who there was in the back of the car. And they never said it to me, but he turns around and then does a slit on his neck. As he's sitting in his car, does a slit on his neck. And I just shouted at him. I says, you think you're a gangster in your Mercedes, your old Mercedes. I said, fuck off in Hungarian. But the point is, he went, I'm not putting up with this shit, right? I just can't put up with it. I mean, even though I'm saying it as nice as it sounds, it was fucking quite horrible, to be honest with you. It was, I don't know who this is. I've got to tell you now, horrible bloke. Really, really horrible bloke. And I mean, I'm telling you something now. I've had problems in England. But this is why I've got to give people in England respect, because I know there's not everybody, but it's like he leaves. But the point is, we've got loads of problems. But the problem is basically says that I'm ill, which is not right for the character, because saying that shut you down. He's threatened I'm going to get killed. Is obviously harassment. I just don't know what to do, because I don't know what I'm doing, because at this right moment in time there's a lot to sort out here, but obviously it's a jealousy problem, because I'm British, English, British, whatever you want to call it, right? You can all say whichever, which I'm proud that I am. And I'm so happy about a lot of things that I never registered this car. I would never ever, I don't want to put any more money in this country. Obviously there's still the other ass is sitting there doing nothing, but I don't know whether, I feel like I actually do sort of feel like, even though she's been alright with me, I feel like I'm on my own, you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's like I fell out with her mum a few years ago, and that was over the arse and money and whatever else, but I don't know who the fucking hell he thinks he is, right? Piss right off me, because it's not, I've got a lot of respect for myself. I've got how can I say it? I'm a very proud person in what I am, and I know. Listen, all of you, I don't condone violence. You all need to know that you can go to prison for it, street fighting or anything like that, and it's like I just have no idea right now what's the best thing for me to do, but I'm a very unhappy person. I need, I've not had nothing but aggression since I've been here. Nothing but problems. And it's a really hard pill to swallow, because I didn't think any of this, even I've been coming here all my life, I knew that it wasn't, I didn't realise it was going to be as bad as this. I really did. I just didn't think. I just don't know what to do. I'm 54-year-old, you know what I mean? I'm 55 next year. Do I need this shit? No, I don't. Do I really want to be fighting on the street? No, I don't. Because I don't want to listen to me. You'll know, alright? I've done anger management, I've done my probation, I've been lucky I've never been to prison. I don't want to get to prison, alright? I've been threatened with the prison here after me punching that window through. I had to get to the doctors, and I punched a proper window straight through. This was her ex's brother. He's a fucking arsehole. I mean, this is how corrupt it is here, right? She only told me yesterday. When I got arrested for that, and I got put in handcuffs for that, he didn't look at my side. He tried to run me over in a car. Right, I was with my dog. I wasn't doing anything. He was sending her loads of messages, threatening messages on her birthday, doing all that. And this is her ex's brother. Oh, they're all a bit weird and perverted out here, because it's not normal. So I want to interfere with my brothers, any of my family's relatives or girlfriends or anything. I won't interfere with anything, or brothers and sisters, whatever they do. It's a bit. This is what I'm saying. Very cliquey out here, you know. So you need to watch yourself when you come out to these sort of countries, you know. I don't think it's just here. I think a lot of them are like it. Bit of a sect. And obviously she don't want anything to do with them. But it's getting to the point now is where I just really don't know. I really just don't know I really just don't know what the best thing is to do right now. I just don't know what to do, to be honest with you. What's the best thing to do? But obviously, if I came back, that's why I've not going on about. That's why I've not done my YouTube, because I have problems with my family. But right now, I have no idea what I am going to do. But if I come back, I would still do my YouTube. But I don't know whether I'd have to go back lorry driving. So I don't know whether I'd have to renew my licence, because obviously the CPC and everything's all outdated, everything. So, because it only lasts so long, tachograph, everything. So all that would have to be sorted out. And it's not a 2-minute job. Obviously I'd have to have medicals and everything. But that's all irrelevant for now with what's going off here. But